What's up guys, it's Sharp and this is the Totenreich boss fight and steps to get there. I know you guys are like, we don't need your guide, we've got hi guys, Mr. Ruffalo is here. But after my first Totenreich video got over 300 views, I wanted to show the steps on how to get to the boss fight. If you don't want the guide, there will be a timestamp that you can go just straight to the boss fight and you don't have to listen to me ramble. But now here are the steps to get there. I do recommend having an explosive weapon for some of the steps, but it's okay if you don't, but I just like having it. The first step will be opening up into Eidskalen Square and getting the RCXD, which is going to be on this crate, and you're going to take it over to the foundry. Once you're at the foundry, you're going to see this crate and you're going to break it open and then deploy the RCXD, going down the stairs and then going over the ramp and blowing up these barrels inside of the doctor's office. You will then go back over to Fishery Island, going into the doctor's office, and then you will look down this hallway and you will see radioactive symbols that are under room numbers, and you are going to look at those numbers and it will correspond to a letter in the alphabet. The numbers are going to be in order of the alphabet, so 1 is going to be A and B is going to be 2. You will then find heads and jars, and you're going to take those heads by the number and letter that they are. Once you put the 2 heads on the machine that's right next to the jail cell, you're going to take the acid and then you will burn this arm and get the necrospike. You will then use the necrospike on the jail cell where you're going to lockpick like it's fucking Fallout and get uranium. Your next step will be turning on power and pack-a-punch. You will be repairing power lines. There's going to be one in the market and one in the foundry. And while you're at the foundry, you're going to look and see that this zip line has ice on it and you're going to throw a Molotov at it. If you don't have a Molotov, there's a lot around the map, so grab one of those and then go and throw it at the zip line. Burning the ice will allow you to access that zip line now. Once you repaired all the power lines, you're now going to want to enter Tyr's Head. You're going to activate power and then you're going to exit where you see a corpse in one of those pods. When you exit with the corpse, you're going to see that it explodes and you're going to go get the admin card. While you're making your way to the armory to go and finish power, you're going to go onto the bridge and you're going to find this crate, and this crate is going to have a can in it. You're going to want to take that. You'll go over into market, and then in the middle of market, there's going to be a table that you put the can on. Then you're going to want to go over to the shipyard and there's going to be this button. You're going to activate it and it's going to bring a wall down. And once that wall comes down, you're going to do a wall jump and then you're going to interact with the front of the ship and grab the chain. After you've got all of that, you'll go over and open up the armory and acquire the Glock drop. You'll then go back over to Fishery Island and sink in the middle, and then you'll get Pack-a-Punch. You're then going to wait for the second special round, which is normally around round 10, and a bear will spawn in. So hopefully you have a Pack-a-Punch weapon by then so you can kill it, and then you will acquire the lantern. You'll then go to the back of the map and repair a chain on the door and enter the crypt. You'll place the lantern on the tomb, and constellations will appear on the tomb and on the walls. You're going to look at the tomb, and each constellation is going to have their own on the wall. The order is going to be from the left, from the right, from the back to the front. Once you input those constellations, Astrid will spawn and you're going to follow her. After you follow her and kill ice zombies around her, you will do a parkour course and get into the lighthouse. The first time that you go into the lighthouse, there's going to be a shelf and you're going to pick up the crowbar off that shelf. You'll then make your way up and do a little bit more parkour till you get to the top of the lighthouse. Once you enter it, you're going to be rewarded with the Jotenstar Wonder Weapon. Now that you've got the Wonder Weapon and the crowbar, you're going to search these crates for the flak round. I got fucking ass blasted and got all the nasty shit on my face when I was trying to find it out of these crates, and finally got it on my last one. So yes, be careful because it's gonna just keep fart in your mouth the entire time if you get the wrong crate. You're then gonna go back over to the lighthouse and then you're going to insert it into this cannon and then you're going to hit it with the Jotenstar. It's gonna shoot the robot head and you're gonna go back over and start searching the robot's head and you're going to get the transmitter. You're going to take the transmitter over to Tyr's Head and you're going to insert it just up this ladder. There will then be blinking lights that will start flashing and they're going to be in a code. There's going to be 2 codes that you need to remember. With my fucking luck, I got 6, 7, and 4, 6. You will then go over to where you burn that zip line and you go up the zip line and interact with the machine and input your first code. Zombies will start spawning, so just kill those and then wait to the second round so you can input the second code. Once both of your codes are in, you're going to grab the Wonder Barrage that's in this room and you're going to go over to this building and then use the Wonder Barrage. It's going to break the rubble off of the stairs and then you're going to go up the stairs and then go and open the door at the bottom of the building. I do recommend going back and grabbing the Glock drop if you haven't used it yet. And if you have used that Glock drop already, you can go over to a crafting bench. It costs about 2,000 savage to make. Your next step is going to be acquiring the last 2 uranium. You should have a fishing rod by now, and I'm going to put up a little map of all the fishing spots that you can go to. You'll see that they're fishing spots because there's going to be a little red spot where you can go and put the fishing rod down. You're going to be looking in the water and you're going to look for a green glowing fish, and this is going to indicate that you want to fish in that spot. Once you fish the glowing fish up, you're going to see a Ravager spawn and you're going to shoot it and it's going to disappear. The next round after that, the Ravager is going to come back, and I recommend pinging it on your map so you know exactly where it is because it's going to teleport, but you're going to want to do damage to it until it finally dies, and then you're going to get your second uranium. Your last uranium is going to come from the Glock drop. You're going to want to get a train of zombies and then drop it down, but don't try to flatten the zombies. Some of them are going to float and glow orange, and those are the ones that you want to shoot. You want to kill those, and then you're going to see that the Glock drop has 3 lights that are going to light up. You want all 3 of them to be green. Once the lights are green, the Glock drop is going to disappear, and you're going to get some good loot and your last uranium. You're going to take it to the building that you used the Wonder Barrage on, and then you will interact with the claw machine. You'll put the uranium inside the claw machine and you're going to start a little mini game. You want to try to connect them and make 7 lines between them, and if you have connected 7 already but it still needs more power, try to put it in a spot where it's not connected. And the connections cannot go diagonal, so don't worry if it touches a corner of another one. Once you get past that step, the Atom Craft is going to spawn right outside of the claw machine, and you're going to take it and over to spawn and put it on a pallet. You cannot sprint with the Atom Craft on you, so you're going to have to be pretty careful for trains. You're going to go into this room next to the Atom Craft where you placed it, and you're going to start a lockdown. A lot of zombies are going to spawn, and some of the mini boss as well. You will get updates to reset the process, but just go over, click it again, the generator will start all over again. Once you're done with that, the Atom Craft is now powered, and then you're going to grab it and then take it over to the bridge. You're going to take small amounts of constant damage, but it shouldn't be enough that you're going to die before you make it to the bridge. And now this is why I recommend having an explosive weapon. You're going to have some ice pillars that are going to spawn and try to block your path, but you can shoot them and get rid of them. Once you get over to the bridge, you're going to take the Atom Craft and you're going to place it on this barrel, and then you're going to run over to Tyr's foot. Grabber car is going to show up, and then you're going to laser him, and then his flesh will drop on the floor right in front of you. You will then take this flesh over to the Vulture Aid room and then place it on a fireplace. You will then use the Jotun Star with a charged shot and then light the fireplace. You'll then go over to the church and then grab the Disciple Injection that's on the floor. Get a couple zombies around you, and you're going to use your Disciple Injection, and you want to pick up zombies and throw them at the fire. Once you've thrown enough zombies, you're going to have another lockdown where you're going to fight another mini boss, and this one's a little bit more tough. Once you kill it, you're going to get a Sunstone, which you're going to go take over to the church and place it on a little pedestal. You're going to Jotun Star charge shot it, and then it is going to spawn a bunch of arrows above the church. There are going to be 3 arrows that you're going to look out for. There's going to be an arrow that has 1 line going through it, 2 lines going through it, and 3 lines going through it. Those arrows are pointing at runes, and you're going to go from 1, 2, 3. With those runes, there's going to be bonfires around the map that you're going to shoot a Jotun Star charge shot at and light. So make sure that you remember which rune goes to 1 and 2 and 3. Once you're done doing the charge shots for all the bonfires, you're going to be ready to do a boss fight. You will hear your character do a little interaction, and you will then go over to Tyr's head, and then you can start the fight. Make sure that you have fully papped weapons, legendaries, all that type of shit, because boss fight's pretty hard. Maybe that's why I got fucked up 3 or 4 times already.
168.
But now that I've told you all the steps, here is my attempt with some randoms completing the Totenreich Easter egg. Middle safe, middle safe. Chest, 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 chest. Just shoot him and I'll wait it out. Drop near death if you got it.
This is the last stage. Face, right?
Face. Holy shit. Let's fucking go.
That's not good.
I fucking did it. We fucking did it. GG's, boys. Holy shit.
That's intense.
Oh, I love you guys.
Listen to me, you shape-shifting Schweinhund. You will return what was stolen. Fire, little man. By your hands, the Dark Ether is unraveling.
We should be so fucking lucky.
Which would also mean the death of the fleeting pockets of reality you call home. Before we confront our former slave master, you will restore balance to this realm, as she foretold.
Wait. You expect us to save the Dark Ether?
You think you know this place? You do not. The Dark Ether is the source of all material existence. Without it, there can be no Big Bangs, no universes, no you.
We've dedicated our lives to ending this threat.
Then you've been fighting the wrong war. For to win it would mean the annihilation of all.
How is freeing your buddies causing this place to come apart?
Once, we were innumerable. Now only 4. Through us, raw chaos and memories are given new form. Substance. Direction. Before imprisonment, our intent was focused by places of power. But now those are controlled by the man you call the Warden. With our temples in ruin, the loom of creation runs out of control.
How do we restart this engine?
Journey to the place of fire. Liberate my sister and retrieve the world seed. You will need it to cleanse the nexus of the rot that befouls it. And then you shall teach the slaver the error of his ways.
Let's fucking go. Oh, I wish I could be louder. I would scream right now, but it's fucking 11 and everybody's going to sleep. Oh, so many attempts. Hey, 16 revives a lot better than 160 fucking